Thank you. Yes, thank you and good evening. Welcome to the very first show of the Chasers War and everything. It's great to have you with us.
Yeah, it's great to be back on the box and big day.
It's been a big
hasn't
day.
it? I don't know about you. We're still recovering from that huge Packer memorial service at the Sydney Opera House today. I don't know if you saw it. It was bizarre. Russell Crowe gave one of the eulogies and clearly there were some people who weren't so crazy about that choice.
Yeah, they won't be watching that off, will they? The other eulogy was given by Richie Benaud, who spoke about Packer's two great loves, cricket and tax avoidance. And I love the bit where Richie brought out the wagon wheel.
I love the wagon wheel.
And showed all the different tax havens he'd gone to throughout his career.
Look at that, he's pretty much avoided tax right around the ground. But, you know, as Richie said, Packer also did a lot of good. He did give a lot of money to charity and he was a big believer in organ donation. Just before he died, he donated all of his chopper pilot's organs to science.
Yeah.
So that was good.
And what a guest list they had today. I mean, all the big names were there. It was quite incredible. And compare that to the turnout at ABC boss Russell Balding's farewell. Jeez, he only got David Stratton, a couple of the tea ladies.
Sorry, we meant to get there, Russell.
It looks good.
Look, I'm sure everyone's got their favourite Packer moment. For me, it was always that time when he rang up Channel 9 right in the middle of Doug Mulray's naughtiest home videos and said, get this shit off air.
It was a fantastic moment. I've always respected Packer's desire to pull shit off air, which is why I spent the past 2 days trying to get any sycophantic tributes to Packer pulled off Channel 9.
Hello, Channel 9.
Hello, Channel 9. I'm just watching the Kerry Packer Memorial. Can you get this shit off air? It is nauseating. I'd rather see a... like the only piece of shit they pulled off air was Eddie. But sadly they gave him another job, sorry.
Did you hear about this too? Because of the memorial service, Crown Casino suspended all gaming for 1 minute today as a mark of respect. Now,
it's true.
if I know Kerry Packer, if you want to earn his respect, you don't ever stop gambling.
No, it's crazy. I mean, and do you know how much money Crown makes in like 1 minute? We should have just kept it going and used that to pay for the memorial.
Instead of forcing all of us to pay for it, I know. So many people were, you know, they weren't really so crazy about forking out for Australia's richest man. So we hit the streets to gauge the mood of the average taxpayer.
Hello, we're raising money for Kerry Packer's Memorial Fund.
Right.
Would you like to dig deep for Kerry?
I don't think so.
Why
somehow.
not?
Well, I think somehow he might have a few bob tucked away somewhere.
Yeah, but it's in the Bahamas. What do you most remember Kerry for? What do you thank him for?
His wonderful head.
His head? He did have a great head, didn't he? Casinos? Channel 9?
No, I think the fitness centre underneath the building where he owns, you know, the...
Oh, well, his mistress works.
His mistress.
Yeah, you can say mistress, you know. He's dead now. It's okay. I want to build a memorial to Kerry Packer. Do you like it?
Beautiful. It's
It'll be
a very
good.
good likeness.
It's good. You know the gold? It's from burnt down Logies.
That's a bit excessive, isn't it?
That's his actual size. Do you think we should minimise it like his tax, do you?
Kerry Packer.
Yeah. No, what's wrong? It's so much for this country.
billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's disgusting. Gonna get that money to the Kerry Packer Memorial Fund? That seems about a right amount. Yeah, come on, put it in there.
Introducing the new Mega Cheese Crust Pizza with our revolutionary 5-deck crust. Each layer stuffed with a different type of cheese, mounted on an all-cheese base and topped with ham, cheese, pineapple, cheese, and our famous Italian olives stuffed with an explosive cheese centre. Even the cheese has cheese stuffed inside it. Order any family-sized pizza and receive this 2-litre bottle of cheese cola absolutely free. Yeah! That's the all-new Mega Cheese Crust Pizza. Also available with double cheese on top. Who said life wasn't meant to be cheesy?
Allowable matters in the no disadvantage test will be at risk so far as Australia's employees are concerned. That's the whole point.
Mr Smith, you've spoken about the government's plan to roll back unfair dismissal laws, but in geography, what is the world's second highest mountain?
I last did geography at year 11.
The people of Australia want to know, Mr Smith, what is the world's second highest mountain?
Mate, I'll pass, you know.
You'll pass?
Yeah, if I had,
okay.
if I had a mobile on me, I'd phone a friend.
Correct answer was in fact K2.
Well, I went to one of those $2 shops the other day. Loved it. Everything's $2. How can you possibly resist? I immediately bought this road sign with a platypus on it. Now, these stores, strangely enough, have a spruiker out the front. He bargains, 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 that guy, right? Wasting his time. I mean, you know, hats that cost $2 sell themselves, I think. So I actually thought, why don't I start up a service called the Surprise Spruiker? And I'd turn up at places that really needed a salesman. First, an overpriced designer clothes store.
Boutique bargains. Here today at Giorgio Armani. Men's suits, ties, leisurewear from as little as $5,000 a piece. Come on in and grab a bargain. That's right, shoppers. It's $1,000 madness.
Well, it was good, wasn't it? It was all right. I did very well there. In fact, I must say, I attracted so many customers, I thought I could actually do this anywhere. I could just turn up with my little speaker and pop it down, have a spruik. Case in point, the Department of Workplace Relations. I mean, they need a salesman. They have to sell these very unappealing new laws about sacking people. The customers aren't happy. Solution? A visit from the Surprise Spruiker.
Come on into the Department of Workplace Relations. We've got far too many fair working conditions and they've all got to go. Contract offers you can't refuse. I mean, you literally can't refuse them. 2 weeks leave is the most we'll offer. Annual leave, long service leave, sick leave, it's all negotiable. Bargains, bargains, bargains. Individual, not collective. Come on into the Department of Workplace Relations. We've got far too many fair working conditions and they've all got to go. Ordinary working wages, an incredible $12.75 an hour, massively reduced. It's extraordinary. Come on in and grab a bargain.
Yeah. Well, he sacked me without notice. And then I thought, well, if anyone needs a salesman, it's the Department of Immigration. Poor old Dimia. They have to shift these truckloads of immigrants and mentally ill people from Adelaide, and I thought, how could they possibly fix this the Surprise Spruiker?
Come on into Dimia, direct from Indonesia. Huge, huge, huge psychological trauma. Detainees so insane, we can't cover them up any longer. That's right, folks, these deals are simply inhumane. We've got children, schizophrenics, depressives. That's right, direct from Indonesia. As you can see, folks, you might get a quick processing elsewhere. Here we take years. Great deportation items, even our head of department's going out the door. The minister's gone crazy and we've got to shift all the blame.
مساعة في الصف للقتال في سبيل الله خير من قيام 60 سنة. فأي غبن أكثر من هذا؟ ساعة في الصف تستطيع أن تذهب إليها بنصرة لا إله إلا الله ضد اليهود والنصارى وأعوانهم، والمجال بفضل الله مفتوح وميسر للإعداد والتدريب والانطلاق بنصرة لا إله إلا الله، وتقعد. هذا في حال فرض القتال. قيام ساعة في الصف في سبيل القتال في سبيل الله خير من عبادة 60 سنة. وفي الحديث الآخر خير من قيام ساعة للقتال في سبيل الله خير من قيام 60 سنة.
Jihad on Baz Luhrmann. Well done, Osama. I think that's something that both Islam and the West can agree on. Excellent. By the way, thanks everyone for coming into our very first studio audience.
Thank you.
We did want things to be a little bit different. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, we do like to do things differently at the Chaser, so as well as regular seats, we do also have a corporate box. And a special welcome to everyone there from the Australian Wheat Board. Very good to have you there. They're entertaining some old friends there, as you can see. And also there's someone there from DFAT. She'll be reporting back to the government on the usual need not to know basis.
That's right, and the poor AWB have been having a pretty tough time of it lately. In fact, they're in almost as much trouble as Julian was.
Yes, more on that later.
Yes, but look, I can't talk myself. I got into a bit of trouble at the big day out this year. See, the thing I hate about these music festivals is how much of a rip-off the food is, right?
So expensive.
It's awful.
Absolutely.
So I thought I'd bring some of my own, you know, a bit of a meat for a nice barbecue, something like that.
You're allowed to do that, aren't you?
You'd think so. But now they've got these sniffer dogs for the drugs, right? And you try getting some meat past them. Just have a look at this. Now, so this is me loading up the meat, right? Bit of lamb chop, bit of sausages, no problems there. Bit of steak, bit of bum crack. I thought that was gonna get edited out. Bit of mince in the hair. So now I'm loaded up. But can you get all this meat past the sniffer dogs? Well, look, I hadn't gotten past 2 steps.
Oh, no!
Those bloody sniffer dogs are all over me.
I look hungry, Chaz. They look very hungry.
We got my steak. Look at this. They're relentless. They are so tough on me. Look, now I'm gone. I'm out of here. I showed them the minced meat. I'm going away for years. Those cops, they hate the meat pushers.
Hey, now, Chaz, was it just me, or did you notice at the big day out that there were stacks of people wearing Australian flags? People doing this all the time now, there they are.
Yeah, they were everywhere. And it really worries me, to be honest, because I hate to think of young Aussies taking fashion advice from Pauline Hanson.
Not a good idea, not a good idea. It is noticeable, though, how many people are wearing Aussie flags these days. And, you know, it's not just young people. I mean, I've seen business people doing it. I've seen priests wearing the flags. But it's good to see that it's also catching on in the Islamic community.
Yeah, I don't think Dana Vale would think too much about that.
Chaz, I don't think Dana Vale thinks too much about anything.
They're the golden couple of Australian skating, and now Chris Taylor and Andrew Hansen are carrying the hopes of a nation in the pairs figure skating event at Turin.
I think to represent your country at any top level is an incredible honour, but especially the Olympic Games. I mean, the Olympics are what every athlete dreams.
But for Taylor and Hansen, the journey hasn't been easy. Based in rural Western Australia, the pair lives 400 kilometres from the nearest rink and is forced to rehearse their routines wearing socks on a slippery surface.
Coming up to your triple axel now. Oh. Sorry, we ran out of corridor.
Chris and I have been skating for, how long has it been now?
Oh, about 2 weeks.
2 weeks or something. We hadn't even set foot on the ice until
today.
But despite the obstacles, the pair's already being talked about as one of Australia's best medal chances at these Winter Games.
Don't worry, that's how it's supposed to look. So,
mate, I think I torn my tutu.
Just 5 days away from competition, the pair meets to choose the music selections for their program.
I want something more dramatic and stirring.
Bolero?
Too Torvalendine.
Crazy Frog?
No, it's got to be theatrical and sweeping and something that announces us as quintessentially Australian.
Oh, what about the Doors Plus jingle? You know, do 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 Doors Plus, no fuss. Do 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 Doors Plus, no fuss. Do 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 do.
In the end, whatever happens in Turin, whether they take home the gold or not, in the eyes of many Australians, Taylor and Hansen are champions already.
I think what Stephen Bradbury showed us is that if you work hard enough, and if you believe in yourself strongly enough, and if every other skater completely fucks up, then there's no reason why we too can't be Olympic gold medalists. I think I'll just practice that once more. No, I'm feeling good. Oh, we're on target. Right on target for gold. We'll be on that podium with Jake Begg-Smith.
I think so. And look, if for some weird reason it doesn't work out in Turin for us, I actually reckon we should take up American football. Did you see the Super Bowl last week?
No, I don't really get into the Super Bowl. It's weird. No? Like, you never hear anyone talk about the game. Like, people only ever talk about the Super Bowl commercials. Now, you know a sport must be bad when people are only tuning in for the ads.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's either the ads or the halftime entertainment, which this year, of course, was the Rolling Stones. And I loved NBC's interview with Mick Jagger when he was asked about performing at the Super Bowl.
Something you've always wanted to do?
Not really.
Well, It mightn't mean much to Mick, but one person who's always wanted to go to the Super Bowl is the Chasers' very own Charles Firth, who's actually living in America now and living the American dream.
The Super Bowl, America's largest sporting event. With over 90 million drunk viewers, the Super Bowl is one of the highest rating programs on TV, surpassed only by reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond. There's only one thing missing: sport. How does American football actually work?
How does it work?
Yeah, can you explain it to me?
Let me see.
Explain to me how American football works. Just score! Woo! Explain to me the idea behind the face paint. How many beers have you had?
Not enough.
Maybe like 30, 40 beers, you know.
I'm trying to think. I just don't think about it. You just know it, you know? It's just know what happens.
Object, and you kick it through this fence, and when it goes through, like, you scream like crazy, and then you do a funky dance. It's hot.
Why should Australians care about the Super Bowl? Who? Australians. Who?
Football's like the all-American sport. I know Australia's not American, but it's great.
Then all you have to do is yell and scream as everyone pretends to understand what's going on. Win or lose, everyone displays great sportsmanship. Do you have a message for the Seahawks?
I got a message for the Seahawks. Goddamn, lock your mothers up, because Pittsburgh is gonna fuck everybody in your family.
This is Charles Firth reporting from the greatest country in the world.
Taking a look at what else made news this week, and the AWB kickback scandal continues.
Yes, this was going to be the part of the show where we showed you how we tried to get AWB to help Saddam Hussein again by chipping in another $300 million for his legal defence. But we can't show you that footage for legal reasons.
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny, Julian, if the only person to get jailed in the AWB scandal was you?
Yeah.
It'd be very funny.
No, they weren't happy. The AWB guy's lawyer complained about us to the Commission. He said that we were intimidating his client, which I find, you know, quite a funny thought. I mean, this guy's prepared to do deals with Saddam Hussein, the most, dangerous dictator in the world, but he's scared of a large novelty prop. Go figure.
It's very scary. In other news, cricket star Shane Warne has denied allegations that he's behind the manufacture of a new abortion drug. The mix-up came after a number of women received text messages from Warne which simply said, "Are you 469?"
The conscience vote on the abortion pill, of course, went through the houses, both houses of Parliament this week. Interesting to see a lot of Nationals voted for abortion of Julian Magoran.
Yes. But can we emphasise, Tony Abbott is still opposed to RU486. He supports other ways of dealing with unwanted pregnancies, such as a DNA test.
In media news, Jamie Packer found a new CEO for Channel 9 by phoning a friend, which is a good approach. Of course, he's chosen Eddie Maguire because he's a great businessman. Very good head for numbers, Eddie, as he demonstrated at the recent 2006 Allan Border Medal.
Time now to present the Allan Border Medal for 2007. It's the 7th time the winner for 2007. Ellen, I know 7 years ago when we did this, 2000, we all want to hear who the 2007 Allan Border medalist is. We propose the toast to the 2007, the Allan Border Medal for 2007.
The Allan Border medalist for 2006.
It's the most publicity Seven's ever got on 9, isn't it? Overseas now, a new footage came out this week of British soldiers bashing Iraqi youths in 2002. Now, the British have denied that the footage has harmed their campaign to win the hearts and minds of the Iraqi people.
Yeah, I reckon they're right about this.
Yeah,
I mean, have a look at this. See that? Yep, there's winning the heart right there.
Yeah, that's
it.
the heart.
Yep.
And if you see here, I think you can see them winning the minds right here with a beautiful headbutt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you look at that, I mean, they are just winning the absolute shit out of that guy. Unbelievable. And finally, in other news this week, the 2 Bali 9 ringleaders were both sentenced to death by firing squad. And it's understood that Indonesia has already appointed Vice President Dick Cheney to lead that firing squad, because Dick never misses.
In 2004, the world was devastated by the Boxing Day tsunami. Then, 1 year on to the day, we witnessed an even bigger global tragedy with the death of Kerry Packer. This Sunday, some of Australia's biggest names in rock are getting together for an unprecedented concert event. Evade Aid, raising money to help pay the taxes that Packer himself avoided. Join Missy Higgins, Silverchair, UMI and Midnight Oil, back together for a special one-off performance.
UMI is incredibly proud to be part of this event. All proceeds go directly towards paying the Packer tax bill, so his poor grieving family don't have to pay for it themselves.
There's no aid relief like tax relief. So book now for Evade Aid.
Come on, Australia. This is your chance to help out those much more fortunate than yourselves.
Evade Aid.
Now, it's no secret that most Australians get all their news from a current affair in Today Tonight. And to be honest, I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
No, it's not a bad thing, Chaz. In fact, here at The Chaser, we think current affairs shows teach us so many valuable lessons, we've compiled them into this...
Exclusive
segment.
So, what have we learnt this week? Well, first of all, I learned something about danger. And if you thought the Melbourne ganglands were unsafe, you think again.
Bingles and bashings. Why the local shopping centre car park is the most dangerous place in Australia.
The most dangerous place in Australia. So let's put to the test, shall we? We've got some footage here of the Macquarie Fields riots. Now, they might look dangerous, but they're nothing compared to Today Tonight's car park carnage.
No, look, that's nothing. Look at that stuff on the right. Look at those cars are almost...
That was touched.
He's reverse parking.
Oh, watch out, watch out. Watch out, he's honking the horn. Oh, now he's trying to park.
That stuff on the left, that fire.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. It's very scary. Look, the thing we really want to focus on today is dodgy guys. Now, luckily, current affairs shows have taught us how to identify a dodgy guy. And the trick is, whenever you see one, you'll always hear special dodgy guy music.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Here's a dodgy guy. Here's the music.
I also learned that whenever they walk along the street, dodgies move in slow motion.
It's true.
Now, you see what I mean here? Extraordinarily slow.
Very slow. And he's got the dodgy music happening still.
And now, on top of that, there are guys who are so dodgy that their unbounded evil makes them warp. Like this.
Look close at this guy here. He's so dodgy, he's actually disturbing the space-time continuum.
Look at him. Huh?
It's very worrying. It's very worrying. But Andrew, these slow, warping men are all very well. But there is no one slower or warpier than pedophiles and sex offenders.
No, that is so true. Now, look at this turtle-pace pedo.
Evil, and he needs
to... Very slowly. Now, I reckon this is the reason why sex offenders keep on getting caught. Look how slowly he's moving.
Get on, move on, mate.
Get on, move on,
what
son.
Are you doing? I actually found this works with anybody. Earlier today, I went out and filmed Chaz here, just walking along. Here he is, and this is normal Chaz. Now, I put a bit of music, bit of slow-mo. Pedophile Chaz.
Very amusing, Andrew, but what worries me, seriously, is how easy it is to show that the Prime Minister himself is a pedophile. Just look at this. Oh, Mr. Howard, how could you?
What a disgrace.
OK, so in summary, Andrew, what have we learnt from current affairs this week?
Well, we've learnt that car parks are deadly and the Prime Minister's a pedophile. So there we go.
I hope that's cleared things up for you, Naomi.
Thank you so very much for your generous help. It's a great result.
No worries.
Is that your next question, the follow-up question?
Hugh, sorry, 10 questions. What can audiences expect from the new Boy from Oz production? Second, what do you see as the future of musical theatre? Third, how's your home life? Fourth, how come the Van Helsing wardrobe department got your hat size so wrong? Fifth, will the hat feature in the new show? Sixth, what's it like being an XX man? There's a humorous question. Seventh, are you planning a stage version of your Foxtel commercials? Eighth, is the opposition in the Czech Republic underrepresented at the moment? Ninth, who do you think should replace Ariel Sharon? And 10th, what should we do about Iran's nuclear proliferation?
Very good. I thought we'd never get to Iran, and thank you for that.
Mr. 10 questions. He's nothing if not thorough. Now, just finally, before we go, there's been a lot of talk lately about these Danish cartoons depicting the Prophet Muhammad, and pretty much all of the Australian media decided not to run them.
Look, here at The Chaser, we believe in freedom of speech and we will not be intimidated by the threat of violence. So as a gesture of solidarity, we have decided to republish the blasphemous cartoons ourselves on Dana Vale's website.
I bought yourself out of that one, Dana.
Have a great weekend. We'll catch you again next week. Good night.
See you later.
What the Chaser team doesn't realise is that was the final episode of the Chaser's War on Everything. The DVD of the series, featuring highlights from the first and only episode, is available from ABC shops under the counter. Next week, join us for a brand new series, no doubt starring Penelope Keith.